So this is the crush that is 42nd, right? It is just crazy out here, and it's been pouring rain all day. It's misty, just shitty outside, but it doesn't stop. And I gotta tell you, the way some of you ladies are dressed out here, gotta give it to you. You'll do anything to look good. But in this weather, what I've seen some of you ladies wearing is just crazy. Like you must be freezing your, you know what's off. But so this is the you know, when you hear the city that never sleeps, this is it right here. The city that never sleeps. Now, when I was a kid, this was, you know, go-go bars, strip clubs, open air prostitution, like women wearing like garters and thongs, right? Trash covering the streets. You know, it's not as dirty as it was, but the level of violence that used to occur in this area when I was a kid, it was like just so dangerous, right? Here we go, the never-ending sound of New York right here. It's like constant. All you hear is sirens, whether they're ambulances, fire trucks. New York City's finest, right, coming right here, right? It's always something going on here. Right, so when I was a kid, this was like the crack wars in the 80s were so out of control, you just could not come here. That's where they dropped the ball, right there. It was just incredibly dangerous, right? I mean, one time I remember I was like 16 or 17, and me and my friends were driving up here at about 4 o'clock in the day, and a guy pulled out a revolver, a handgun, and put it to somebody's head, right? So, like, that's the kind of stuff that was going on here. You know, and not to say right, not to say that there isn't drugs and prostitution going on out here. I'm not saying that at all, but in comparison, this is like Disneyland compared to when I was a kid, right? Like, it was like incredibly unsafe, right? Like, you know, for me now, this is like Disneyland. If you're from out of town, it's probably going to be a little overwhelming, but you know, it's generally safe, right? To see a constant crazy mix of people coming through here from all over the world, all over the country. You're going to hear just about every language on the planet spoken here. You stay here long enough, you're going to see a fist fight, right? See somebody proposing right back here, right? So, like, you see every kind of behavior there is in the world here. So it's a fun place to come people watch. But I was just around the corner at St. Mary's here, about maybe 100 feet away, in the most incredible church, right? The ceiling is like blue and it has stars all over it, and you know, there's like 4 people in there, including me, the weirdo, right, that likes history. And meanwhile, these people are all out looking at this, which is cool, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, you got this incredible artwork just 100 feet from here, and there's like nobody in there, you know? Not to mention, as I was saying, if you have like emotional problems going on, you have anxiety, a great place to go is a mosque, a temple, Jewish temple, you know, Hindu temple, or Catholic church, right? And just go sit inside because of all the energy, the good energy and vibration that's been, you know, put out over the years, right, of all the people who've prayed in there, right? So, you know, it's like this 24 hours a day, it never stops. There's a heavy police presence for every single cop car you see, like that one. There's like 10 cops you don't see. Most of the cops here are undercover, so you don't even know they're here, right? And then they have like vans and SUVs just around the corner for rapid response, right? And they're heavily armed, right? They have M4s, etc., right? So, like, if anything goes down around here, the police are usually really quick to put a stop to it, right? Like, over the last year or two, we've had a couple high-profile car situations occur, literally, with cars running over, you know, people, like 10, 15 people. Like, that does happen, right? You know, but generally, you know, you're going to be safe. A lot of all the great shows around are just around the corner here. You know, I just saw Hamilton, which is right over here. I saw that went to see Hamilton a couple weeks. The tickets for Hamilton, you know, 5-6 years ago were running like 8,000 or 9,000, right? And even the worst seats in the house were 2,000. And then COVID came; they were coming down. You could get a seat for maybe 1,500 in the very upper row. But then COVID hit and everything closed down. And then, you know, I was able to actually get tickets a couple weeks ago for, I think, $140 a ticket. And they were almost, I thought I had got orchestra seats, right? But what happened was my tickets got switched and I ended up in the very last row. And it didn't even matter because they were just great seats. But, you know, $150, it was great. And of course, the wife, I mean, she just loves that kind of stuff. So I take her out to stuff like that. And then we go out to eat. We usually get our drink on because she likes wine, right? So, you know, we come have a good time. And like, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're not having date nights and you're not treating that special someone really special, right? Like, that's why your relationship's all fucked up, right? Like, you got to take that person out and make them feel like the center of the world, right? And you know, I've been divorced, and you know, I'm on my next marriage, but I've been with her for over 10 years now, and we have a really great relationship, right? Like, not to say we don't have our arguments and fight, but you know, I compliment her all the time. I tell her she's beautiful. I take her out to eat. I leave her little messages, cards, and you know, we just generally take care of each other and we look out for each other. We communicate. Like, whenever we fight, we always resolve it, and you know, we apologize. So, you know, if you've been watching my videos, you know, I'm trying to like help people out there to understand the occult. You know, I've been studying history, the occult, for over 20 years. I've been all over the world because I was in the military in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Egypt. So I have a lot of life experience. I've been married. I have 2 daughters. Right, and I've been through every kind of turmoil you can imagine, right? From having like 8 orthopedic surgeries, from my military deployments to traumatic brain injury, PTSD, being divorced. Like, I've been through it all, and I know how I came out the other side, right? And how you can improve your life. You don't have to like be helpless and be miserable, right? You can enjoy life, and part of that is getting out and exploring the world, right? And, you know, what I like might not necessarily be the things that like you find interesting, but you can get out there and discover the things that like give you happiness and joy, right? If you're just sitting at home on a computer all the time, like, what the fuck are you doing, right? Especially if you're married or in a relationship, like, if you're not telling that person every day how much you love them, you know, why are you in a relationship with them, right? And if tomorrow you wake up and they're no longer with us on this earth, right? Like, how are you going to feel that you didn't treat them that way, right? So you enjoy this minute that you have. Stop thinking about the past and worrying about the future. Spend your time in the present, right? And if you do that and you study the occult and watch some of my videos and learn to change your energy and vibration, then nature and the universe is going to come to you and it's going to provide you with a much better life, a better life experience. So on that, I wish you blessings, health for you, your family, and the people you love, right?